Nigel Farage destroys Keir Starmer's immigration plan. In a political landscape rife with controversy, Nigel Farage has unleashed a scathing critique of Keir Starmer's immigration strategy, branding it a betrayal of the British people. With immigration at the forefront of national debate, this clash between two powerful political figures could reshape the country's future. Farage, once the face of the Brexit movement, asserts that Starmer's plan disregards the democratic will expressed in the 2016 referendum. As the stakes rise, the implications of this ideological battle could be unprecedented. Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, has proposed a radical overhaul of the UK's immigration system aiming for a more open and inclusive approach. Yet, many fear this could lead to an influx of migrants, undermining the very concerns that fueled Brexit. Critics argue that Starmer's plan is not just a policy shift but a fundamental rejection of the Brexit mandate, a move that could alienate millions who voted for stricter immigration controls. Farage's rhetoric strikes a chord, as he frames this as a once-in-a-generation moment where the nation stands at a crossroads, grappling with its identity and values. Historically, immigration has been a flashpoint in British politics, often igniting passionate debate. The Brexit vote itself was a direct response to concerns over unchecked immigration, with the public demanding control over their borders. Farage, a controversial figure in his own right, reminds voters that the fight for sovereignty was hard-won. He insists that Starmer's proposals threaten to unravel the progress made, painting a picture of a nation vulnerable to the very issues that sparked the Brexit movement. Public reactions to Farage's statements have been polarized. Supporters hail him as a champion of the people, while detractors label him a fearmonger. However, the reality remains that Starmer's immigration plan has generated significant unease among the electorate. Analysts warn that if implemented, it could lead to social and economic strains that many communities are ill-prepared to handle. The specter of rising public discontent looms large, as Farage emphasizes the potential consequences. The British people will not forgive a betrayal of their trust. Farage's arguments are bolstered by historical precedents. The backlash against immigration policies in various European nations has shown that public sentiment can swiftly turn against political leaders who fail to heed citizens' concerns. From the rise of populist movements across the continent to the recent turmoil in the UK itself, the message is clear: ignoring the electorate's voice could yield dire consequences. The Labour leader's vision, while ambitious, risks alienating a core demographic that feels their fears are being dismissed. In this ongoing struggle, the ideological divide has never been clearer. Farage presents himself as the defender of traditional British values, while Starmer's vision seeks to redefine them. This clash is not merely about policy, it is a battle for the soul of the nation. As Farage continues to rally support, he calls on the British people to recognize the fight at hand. This could mark a new era of influence, he warns, implying that failure to act could lead to a future where the UK is unrecognizable. As the debate intensifies, the question looms: what will the British people choose? The potential outcomes are dire, and many fear that a shift towards a more liberal immigration policy could fracture the nation further. The stakes have never been higher, and the divide between these two powerful figures, each representing vastly different visions for the future, could determine the course of British politics for years to come. In this critical moment, the call to action is clear. The British public must engage in this debate, hold their leaders accountable, and decide what kind of country they want to be. Join the conversation, share your views, and stand with those who believe in the principles of sovereignty and national identity. Like, subscribe, and become part of a growing movement that seeks to ensure the voice of the people is heard loud and clear. The future of the UK hinges on these discussions, and every voice matters in this pivotal fight.